You're listening to the Dollop on the All Things Comedy Network. This is an American history podcast where each week I read a story to a guy whose head is out of frame.
Gareth Reynolds, you didn't say your name, who has no idea what the topic is going to be about. My head's not out of frame.
It's not? Well, on my thing, it's...
What?
Oh, I see what's going on. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
You stupid.
A little bar came up. I apologize. Your head's not out of frame.
Well, if there's one thing I've learned about you and your dad, it's if a little bar comes up, look out. Oh, it's good to have a giggle with friends.
Should you, of all people, be bringing up my father?
Why not? Your dad was my dad.
Gareth,
he's our dad. Your dad was our dad.
This.
Huh?
You are
no
the father slayer.
In what way?
You slay fathers.
I love your father.
You slayed other people's.
Are you with me? And there's a sect of us. We don't believe your dad's gone. There's a lot to this idea that your dad has. There are sightings of your dad in Roanoke, Virginia, and I have 5 guys working on it, the burger guys, and there's a lot of smoke around the idea that your dad might not even be gone. So
you're very problematic.
I want to reunite you and your dad.
You're just a problematic.
You and your dad. It goes the order of reunions that I'm pining for are you and your dad, and then you and Sam Cedar in that order. And part of me wants the 3 of you to sit down.
There was a big discussion on Reddit about Sam and our relationship, and everybody got it wrong about why I stopped talking to Sam. But it was very amusing because everybody always thinks they know.
I know. Do you think he killed your dad?
2004, year of our Lord, J-Town, who, by the way, has been riding the subway cars in New York and having a good time.
What do you mean? So he's just a passenger on subway cars?
Mike! People know what that means if they actually read and the dangers to our young teens. Mike Lindell had woken up in the middle of the night and gone through a meth-like night of writing.
Because of meth?
And by that I mean he was just writing over and over again, I'm going to invent a pillow and it's going to change the world.
Ugh, this is upsetting.
And now he's going to do exactly that. And he is going to change the world. He became obsessed. His family almost immediately became sick of how much he talked about this pillow thing. So Mike starts going to Bed Bath & Beyond because you got to see the competition.
Sure.
And he goes in there and he squeezes pillows for hours.
Oh, there's surely a security camera zoomed in on him. At some point, it was like, this is beyond shopping. This is the beyond.
This guy's a problem.
This guy he's making holes. He's making holes.
That's a lot of drug behavior there.
Yeah.
So when the manager came over to ask if he needed any help, Mike replied, quote, nope, just doing some pillow research.
Nope, I'm just trying to fondle as many pillows as I can.
And the manager pointed at Mike to some of their most popular pillows, and Mike scoffed, quote, those pillows are awful. I'm going to come back someday with the best pillow you've ever seen, and you're going to sell them in your store one day.
I mean, I don't own this place. I'll probably be gone like 4 months, so.
And the manager smiled and nodded at Mike. Yeah.
Get out.
Sure. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Get out. I don't really care, sir.
So Mike made his son hand tear pieces.
I thought that was his name.
No, but that would be a good name for a kid.
Hand tear.
He made his son hand tear pieces of foam into 100 different types of shapes in dozens of combinations until his hand ached. And it took months to finally find the right foam filling for the pillow.
These are different pillows he's having him do this to? So he's got
different shapes of foam. So he's tearing the foam into little pieces, then to figure out which pieces would be perfect to put in a pillowcase and make a pillow.
I guess I've never shredded a pillow on uppers, so.
Well, I've always been a guy who down pillow, fake down pillow, or the just the little fiber like foamy thing. I don't need little chunks. I'm not a chunk.
Is that what he's going
guy.
for? Chunks?
The pillows are chunky. You've never felt a My Pillow?
I can't say that I have.
They're awful. They're an awful
chunky.
Pillow. It's chunky. It's
a
little
chunky
pieces
pillow.
of chunky foam.
I did not know that.
They're little bits of foam.
No, who knew?
It's
now,
terrible.
remind me, is he on drugs now or is he off drugs?
He's still on drugs. Why would he be off drugs?
I don't know.
Yeah,
you're right. Thank you. You're right.
So his son is doing that, and then the next step is for Karen and Mike to go down to Biloxi, Mississippi, to win enough money to make 250 pillows. So gamble.
Yeah, this
is how Apple started.
This whole gamble your way to your dreams is. I mean, it is a fluky. No, but he's counting cards. We got to remember he's a card counter.
Thankfully, his luck turns around and he wins $14,000. And
Christ.
while he's doing it, he gets noticed by a group of card counters who ask him to join and be part of his team. So it's all good.
Sure is. It's like the Prestige, but with pillows and meth.
Yeah. Mike makes the pillows. So he's got 250 pillows, and he enters the Eden Prairie Mall Show.
Just a world we never knew existed.
It's one of the bigs. It was a disaster. Only a few people bought pillows, and one of them demanded Mike's phone number in case he didn't like the pillow.
I think that guy's the biggest loser of the story.
Well, you're wrong. Because that man ended up loving the pillow, Gareth.
Okay.
And he ran the Minneapolis Home and Garden Show. So now he's got an in.
Sure.
And Mike changed his pitch to be a demo of how the pillow holds its shape while you use it and reconfigures when it's done. So it's made of all these different little pieces of foam in there, and you put your head on it and you squeeze it or whatever you do with it. And it holds its shape. And then when you're done with it, it doesn't have that little concave part in the middle. Like some
you don't need to
have.
fluff.
You get off it, it pops right up. It's the beautiful pillow again.
Sure.
You don't have to fluff it.
Could you back away from your camera a little? Because you're creeping me out.
This is how pillowing should be.
You get back.
This is what pillowing should be. This is why we pillow.
You get back right now.
This is what we've always wanted.
You get back
pillow.
from your camera right now. That's crazy.
People loved it.
No,
Gareth,
what you just did?
All of it. What I did, what he did. Everybody loves the pillow. So he practically sells out $10,000 worth of product.
Oh boy, that's a lot of meth.
Quote, when I was demonstrating my pillow, the hours flew by.
That's
correct. And I couldn't wait for the next day to start. I'd found a new drug.
Oh my God.
Selling
he replaced crack with pillows?
Yes. What would you, yes.
And then he replaced pillows with Trump.
Yeah, basically. But don't give it away.
All right. People don't know where this one goes.
But he didn't give up on his old drug. He just found a new one. He's still totally doing coke, like of course,
right.
and also crack. He's doing crack.
He's doing both. I don't know enough about it to know that those two. I feel like you pick a lane.
You can do both.
Well, of course you can, but I feel like you've got whichever one you like better. Who's got your affinity? You stick with that one.
Cool guys do both.
That is a cool point, and the super cool add a pillow in. The one thing you don't
So
need while you're cracked out of your teeth is something to fall asleep on.
That's right.
It's interesting. It's an interesting
is.
invention for a crackhead to make.
It
A
really
thing
is.
for sleep. Because he'd probably sleep on a wood table.
Should we tell people the reason that the background looks like this, if you're watching, is because we're in the same hotel room in different rooms?
We're in the same hotel that we got to, and we got here, and they said the elevator was broken.
And they put us on the 3rd floor.
It's not great. So what did I do? I left a bunch of wilted spinach in the lobby.
Yes, you did.
And then when I went down there, they were like, "Is this yours?" And I was like, "No."
Did they?
Yeah. I was like, "Nah, I don't. What do you mean? Why would I leave that? I don't know what you're talking about."
So one day Mike is driving through Wisconsin with a truck bed full of pillows stacked 3 feet higher than the cab and tied down with bungee cords.
I've done this. Not with pillows.
Yeah, I think we all have. I've done it with squirrels. In the truck was a, quote, large personal supply of cocaine. Because you're going to a pillow show. Yeah. You gotta, how are you going to get through it?
Got to get your sales powder.
Yeah. So he notices that a helicopter has been tailing him for a while.
Are we really about to Goodfellas My Pillow?
Well, paranoia kicks in. That's a real deal when you see a helicopter following you. And someone thought Mike was smuggling something over the Canadian border and called. And the feds did a comprehensive search of the truck. But all they found were pillows. Because as soon as Mike realized there was a helicopter following him, he snorted all of the cocaine. Quote, "I've seen Goodfellas."
Well, to be fair, maybe he's seen Goodfellas, but he doesn't remember it super well because he flushed it down the toilet. So
that's right. So the problem with this story,
he turned his nose into the toilet.
If you have a weekend full of cocaine and you snort it, they're going to be able to tell, and you're not going to get away with that.
I don't know. I kind of feel like Mike is so special and chosen that he could do it.
Well, you might be right about that. God did clearly choose him.
God gave him big nostrils.
So he gets My Pillow into the Minnesota State Fair, and that's hundreds of thousands of people we're talking about.
It's a big state fair.
And there are huge lines just to look at one of those sweet pillows that he's made.
Well, now that's making Minnesota seem sad.
Yeah, well, yeah. And the family makes tens of thousands of dollars a day during the fair. And My Pillow sales tick up and up and up, but at the same time, so does Mike's gambling. And then he has a really bad football weekend, and he owes his bookie $20,000. And he had heard of a mob hotline, and you may have heard of this. It's a mob hotline where you pay $5,000, and then they'll tell you which games are fixed.
I've never heard of this.
The mob hotline. Yeah, this is really, everybody knows about this. It's a mob hotline. And so Mike does that, and he finds out that there's a college quarterback who's throwing a game.
Yeah, all college quarterbacks are throwing a game.
And
of course they're throwing. They're the quarterback.
He's Gareth.
All quarterbacks are throwing.
The game.
He's throwing the game.
So Mike bets $25,000, which he doesn't have. He doesn't,
Right.
So he goes on a hunting trip that weekend, and he's hunting and calling in to a betting line for the score. And it's going well. The team he bet against is down by 28 points. So it's great.
Sure.
But then it's 28-14. And then it's 28-21. So Mike does something almost unprecedented with the mob. He called the manager of the mob hotline. Is there anything you want to flag?
Well, that he's carrying the mob. I'd like to see the manager of the mob.
And he yells,
I don't think that's
quote,
allowed.
And he yells, quote, "What the hell is going on?" The mafia guy apologizes. Hey, I'm so sorry. What do you want me to do there? The guy, okay. So this is what happened. The mafia man apologizes and said the starting QB broke his arm, and the new QB is not in on the deal.
Sure. Well, sorry.
But you don't expect when you call. I mean, you call a hotline. You expect.
You don't expect them to like be on their heels.
Yeah.
Whoa! Sorry, we're sorry. Look, we got a bunch of stuff we're fixing. We're sorry.
I apologize, Pillow Man.
That was terrible.
I'm so sorry. How about this? How about I break my legs?
We're gonna shoot the new QB.
So the other team wins. Mike loses. Mike lost a game that was fixed. He's maybe the unluckiest.
I don't know about that.
Gareth, he's now down $50,000.
You know what's weird? It seemed like he was starting to find himself with the pillows. But he also just is.
Yeah, I know, right?
He's got such an addictive personality.
He can't stop.
No.
So his bookie lets him pay it off on a payment program if Mike promises to never bet on sports again. So that's nice. That makes sense. That's what bookies do.
Okay. I don't really...
It's a classic bookie thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
He was so bad at betting that the bookie gave him an intervention. That's what we're saying. The bookie...
I don't think it's a bookie.
Well, this is what it is.
I don't think so. Any bookie that is just like, look, we're sorry, we fucked up. Here, let me help you out, okay? No interest rate. We'll give you a payment plan. It'll work great. Mike, we're all very worried about you. Me,
Gareth,
Tony the Laces, Vicky the Stabs. I just wish you'd get your shit together, Mike. You got such potential, and your pillows they're so nice. I love the idea that it's a chosen little pieces.
Mike, we need you in the pillow game, not the sports game. Pillow game.
Vito has something he'd like to read. Mike, look. You've been an unbelievable gambler. Take this moment and write it out. Unfortunately, Mike, if you keep gambling, I will not be able to be your bookie any longer. I'm creating my own bottom.
What?
I'm sorry.
So, Mike claims that after the bookie mob intervention, he hasn't bet on a game since.
It's so hard. It would be great to put him under truth serum.
Oh my God, it's so clearly fake that
But
like, of course, like the whole Christian like sort of circuit of redemption is always just this amazing amount of bullshit. But this is cracked bullshit. It's really crazy. So Mike and Karen have an annual Mexico trip that they do.
I can't believe her name's actually Karen. It's so good, fellas. Yeah. Karen!
Yeah. So he doesn't cancel that because of what's going on. He's like, we need quiet time. We need time together. And, quote, a Mexican drug dealer promised him an unlimited supply of cocaine. Because that happens if you're a pillow guy.
Yeah.
So they went with another couple for about a week. And he just thought about the cocaine and couldn't wait to meet up with his, quote, coke promising dealer, a Mexican we called the Greek.
Right.
Great true story. A year earlier, he, quote, blundered into a situation that pitted rival dealers against each other. I barely escaped my life, but the incident turned out well for the Greek. Now, in return, he handed over a few baggies of coke. There you go.
So weird.
There you go.
The goodwill that this community has is shocking.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird how many like criminal guys are so nice.
I bring up Forrest Gump too much, but this is like the Gumpy retelling of being a coke crack addict.
It really is. It really is. Because listen to this. Blundered into a situation that pitted rival dealers against each other. I barely escaped with my life, but it turned out well for the Greek, so he handed over a few baggies of
that's
Coke.
just not how it works.
No. And also, why would he give you Coke? Like, you stumbled
What's I mean?
into
Like,
it.
why would he, like, the Greek would be like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah. But this wasn't the unlimited supply he was promised, but, you know, it got the party started.
Sure.
So,
well, that's the one thing about cocaine. It's easy to ration.
That's right. So these 4 middle-aged Minnesotans are just doing lines and drinking Coronas for a few days, but the supply is getting low. And Mike thinks he has one baggie left, but he cannot find the baggie. And he's looking everywhere. No Coke. He freaks
Have you ever gone through that?
Yeah.
I've done that where I've been like, there's a bag, but there is Coke somewhere. And you've done it.
He tears the whole room apart. His wife and friends want no part of this, and they go to the other room to drink and have fun.
If I was,
and Mike goes,
sorry, but if this was my origin story, this is where I would tear the pillow apart. And I was looking for Coke, so I tore the pillow apart into 1,000 different pieces. And when I put it back in there, and I laid on it, and I went, that's the comfiest pillow I've ever slept on.
Yeah, that would be really good.
It's just stabbing it with a knife, and then he's like, oh my.
Oh
that
my God.
reformed as soon as I got up.
Pillow should be in little parts.
Wait a minute.
So he goes out looking for Coke. It's 1 a.m. and he's power walking in the resort zone. And he heads into the shadier area. And he goes into this like little shack in a convenience store. And there's a man standing outside. And he asks Mike how he's doing. And Mike says, do you have any cocaine? Well, he does. He does have cocaine, it turns out.
Cop.
So Mike sat and had a beer with the man. And then there's 2 other guys there also. He gave him $100. And now the third man has a gun. And then the second guy has something covered in a towel, like a long thing covered in a towel. And the first man keeps asking questions. Quote, why didn't you buy from a taxi? What hotel are you staying at? Mike lies and said it's not the one he's at. Where's your wristband? We didn't get an all-inclusive package for the resort. And the man finally dropped the act and said, you don't like the police, do you? And Mike jammed his nose into the dealer's face and pointed at white flecks of Coke in his mustache. Do I look like a cop to you? Getting intense. This is going to be a good scene in the movie. The Pillow movie.
It really is. It's insane. So weird to know this guy from the Pillow commercials only.
Right? Right?
Yeah, to have this intensity of the Pillow guy.
Yeah.
Because on the Pillow, he's wearing the biggest cross ever, and he's like, I did everything I could to make sure that my pillows were perfect for you. And I was like, sweet Pillow man.
And then the man said something that made Mike very concerned. Quote, you look very familiar. Have you ever been here before? You look like a gringo from last year. He was with some enemies of ours. So he's talking about the deal that Mike stumbled into.
Oh,
it's a little tense, Gareth. The man had clearly been on the losing side of the clash with the rival drug gangs, which Mike never actually explains in the book. He just kind of says, I stumbled. He never goes into any detail about that, what is essentially a crazy event that you would
definitely put in a book.
Yeah, I think so. So Mike is keeping up this like aggrieved guy bit, and Mike, as if he's pissed, said, why don't you just give me the cocaine? My wife is really going to be upset that I'm not back yet. So they wait another 10 minutes, and Mike asks if the coke is coming from a specific town. Quote, that was a huge mistake. The name of the town wasn't something I should have known if I'd never been there. So the men leap to their feet, surrounding me. In one motion, the second man unsheathed the mysterious object and pressed it against my throat. It was a machete.
Oh, no.
Are you scared?
Yeah.
So Mike summons courage or the
Cocaine.
cocaine, a
Withdrawals.
4-day coke binge. Quote, "What's the matter with you? I'm not buying a sword. I'm here to buy cocaine. And you keep saying it's coming, but it's still not here."
He wrote this in a book. Right? Surely you could do better than that in a book.
It's really tremendously
Like, it feels
bad
like the book is
dialogue.
like really made up and invented in many parts. Like, why would he not have a better line? So I pretended that I was there to buy the machete. And then they all busted a gut and we had waffles.
Well, and then the Mexican dude responds, and this is like straight out of an episode of Eastbound and Down. Quote, "You seem a little loco, senor. He doesn't want to sell you his machete. He wants to cut off your head."
Yeah, this is crazy. This is loco.
It's so fake that it's just bewildering.
Yes.
And Mike says, "Cut off my head. My wife would have been really upset if you did that. Come on, guys. You know I'm here to buy cocaine. I'm out of coke, and I came all the way out here to buy from you guys. And this is how you treat me." And that calms everything down.
No.
Yes.
No.
This is all.
They kill him.
There's video.
They want money. There's video.
Yeah, they would have killed him. Like,
Yeah.
so that calms everyone down. And one asks Mike for a smoke. And as he pulls it out, the missing bag of coke starts to come out with it. It was in his fucking pocket, Gareth.
It's not crazy.
So
That's the most
that
realistic
would really
part.
make him. Yeah, it is. That would make
that
him
would
really
make
seem
it
like
bad?
a cop. Or
What? That would not make him
Well,
seem
that-
like a cop. What a fucking
it-
idiot.
Gareth, cops have cocaine in bags in their pockets with the cigarettes.
Wait a minute. He does have coke. He is a cop. Right? Wait. What do we... I don't know.
Quote, "I felt a sudden sadness. This is where my addictions and bad decisions
Oh,
had led me."
Jesus Christ. Shut the fuck up. This guy sucks.
it's
This
just
guy
so bad.
sucks.
He's
This guy,
so bad at
who
this.
makes being a cokehead this boring? God, he's just such a fucking like he's not a loser because of his addictions. He's a loser because he's like midway through a coke bender, he just found more coke, which
Yeah.
is striking oil. He's probably about to get other coke, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Wait, this is where that's tomorrow thinking.
Yeah, that's tomorrow
That's
thinking.
not today
You're not
thinking.
that.
No, you're not thinking
It's
that
not
when
while
you're
you're
about
on
to score.
cocaine.
No,
No. I have way better coke stories than this.
way better.
It was ridiculous. I thought about it. All my decades of scheming and groveling to get that white powder, only to lose everything to it in the end. All that time thinking I was so smart I would beat the odds. But now the game was over. The house had won. I was going to
you
die
won.
right
You
here.
just got more coke,
on
idiot.
this, I was going to die right here on this dark, deserted street. A small item in the news. American tourist goes missing in Mexico. It's intense.
But I don't
It's
think
intense.
we'd even hear about him. On
It's
the
really,
news.
you can really feel it. If you're say like a person out in rural Wisconsin and you read this and you've never done cocaine or really any drug and you've just kind of lived a very wholesome life, this sounds crazy.
Impossible.
But somehow, Mike uses an amazing sleight of hand to pocket the coke before he handed over the smoke, like he's a magician, Gareth.
Yeah, sure.
So they don't see the extra baggie. Mike has shook death. Once again, he's escaped death. And then the coke he ordered arrives. He's
he
shaking
doesn't
so
do it-
bad,
Okay.
he could barely get back to the hotel without snorting a big old, honker.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
So when he gets back to the States, he is in Milwaukee for a show. And he's right back at it.
Probably at Shank
Quote,
Hall.
I made a series of addict moves that ended with me surrendering my wedding ring to one thug, and when some guy pulled a pistol from a Fritos bag and pointed at my head, my truck to another. My truck to another? Does that mean? By 5 a.m., I was being held captive in a hotel room. It's all a blur now, but somehow I got everything back. And somewhere in there, I got my crack. It was always about the crack.
What a great writer. What a great writer to just leave that as a fucking hold memory. I don't remember anything, but I got it all back. Mike Lindell.
But now, Gareth, crack is breaking apart the marriage. Karen is also doing crack, but
They're
not
on
as
the
much
rocks.
crack. And they accuse each other of hiding crack and holding out on each other.
Sure.
And as their kids are growing up, it's harder to hide the habit, the coke habit. Like Mike would dip out during baseball games for a half hour to do lines off gross outdoor metal toilets.
Oof, those
That
are
kind of
just,
stuff.
Oof. Of all the toilets to bang gack off
Yeah,
of.
right?
Oof.
Yeah. You're definitely snorting a lot of urine.
Ugh.
Just dried old urine.
Ugh.
Karen started spending a lot of time with her friend Steve, and it got to the point
Oh.
where on Karen's 50th birthday, Steve hosted the after party. And near the end of the night, when Mike said it was time to go, Karen just told him she was going to stay with Steve that night.
I mean, you should know something's going on where a man is hosting the after party. Wait, what? And then after the other birthday, we're doing Karen After Dark. Hosted by Steve. All right, Karen, let's go. No, I'm going to stay here with Steve. Well, it's pretty fucking, feels like an affair.
It's not affair. He's just fucking me.
All right.
So Mike goes home that night and screams at his kids until they left. And then he locked himself in the office and smoked a bunch of crack. But that's what you
gotta
do
tell you.
in that situation.
I love this era of his life because it pretty much always ends with he smoked crack.
Everything.
Like every chapter is just like, so I didn't know what to do, so I just smoked a bunch of crack.
Yeah. So Karen comes home the next day and she finds out what happened and she packs
so
a
he
bag.
smoked a bunch of crack. She's
She's somehow
mad at him because he
for
yelled at the kids.
Yelling at the kid, yeah, and chasing the kids out,
She
even
fucked
though she was
Steve.
fucking Steve. Yeah. Whatever. She packs a bag, she moves into Steve's. Just about the exact same time, the power company cuts off the electricity. Now, remember
the pillow?
yeah, they've sold hundreds of thousands of pillows. Like they
He
just
was
did
like
the
doing
Minnesota
pillow
State Fair.
stuff.
Yeah. So Mike goes to Steve 3 times. Twice he punched through a window, and once he punched Steve.
Okay.
3 weeks later, Karen divorces him.
Okay.
Soon after, Mike somehow buys a new house. Now, this is subprime mortgage boom time, so
Okay.
very possible. And he moves in with a woman named Rachel.
Okay.
And he leaves his kids at the old house because
no power.
he didn't want, but he must have gotten the power turned back on, but he didn't want them to see that he was now a, quote, full-blown crackhead.
I got news for Mike Lindell.
Yeah, right?
They probably know you're a crackhead.
They probably.
There's
they
been
can
some
probably
clues.
suss that one
All the
out.
crack,
Yeah,
all the
there's
yelling
been
about
clues.
crack,
Yep.
all the fighting
Yeah,
about
yeah,
crack,
yeah.
all the crack.
Yeah. The crack, the smell of the crack,
The crack stuff.
crack laying
being on
around, the
crack,
cocaine around your nose.
the pillow,
yeah, there's a lot
the
of
crack.
Yeah. So he and Rachel have some big crack-fueled fights, and then she moves out. Now Mike's sad. He stops working, eating. He even stops doing crack. He's just sad.
I'm so sad I can't even smoke crack anymore. Hey, Mike.
Here's the craziest part of the whole story. He says a doctor did a house call.
What? What do you mean? For what?
Because he's in such bad shape.
And the doctor was like, you should probably do a little more crack.
Yeah, I would smoke more crack.
Get going.
The doctor said he was in a, quote, walking coma where your brain has had so much trauma that it shuts down.
See, that's the doctor who shows up to the house.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a coma. You're waking coma.
Sometimes he would go to the bathroom, and sometimes he took slurps of water from the sink. But that was it. Nothing would snap him out of it.
He's like a cat.
Until a friend a friend, dying of stomach cancer, leaves his like healthcare situation that he's in, and brings Mike a tub of chocolate-covered popcorn.
This story has so many moments of like, and then it happened. And then he just goes back to smoking crack.
And then goes back to smoking crack, yeah.
But this one, the guy brings up chocolate-covered popcorn.
And that snapped Mike out of it.
What?
Hello?
Yeah, no, I'm just like pissed.
The popcorn snapped him out of his walking coma.
Mm-hmm. I'll repeat, what?
Because, this is now an established medical thing. They've done a lot of research.
I'm going to give you a little chocolate-covered popcorn. That'll get you right out of this. It was touch and go until we gave him chocolate-covered popcorn.
Gareth, his business phone rings.
His business phone?
This is right after he snaps out of it.
Uh-huh.
Right after the chocolate popcorn. And a woman.
I'm the president of betting.
Says, quote, I don't want to buy a pillow right now, but I was praying, and God let me know that what you're doing is so important, you can't give up.
Who's this? Hello, who's this?
It's a woman. I'm a woman.
Who's this?
I'm a praying woman. A prayer, a woman who prays. She keeps talking.
Good.
And then she started praying for him while Mike did lines of coke on mute.
You definitely got to mute.
An hour and a half later, the phone rings again. Quote, God's called me to pray for you. What you're doing is very important and you can't give up. This is intense.
Yeah, no.
This is some real fucking shit.
I don't know about that part, but it's definitely intense.
3 a.m. The phone rings again. This time, it's a guy. Quote.
Were you talking to my fucking wife earlier, you piece of shit?
Let me tell you something, pal. I don't believe in God. But I kept having a dream that I am supposed to call you and tell you that what you're doing is important to God. I hope these dreams stop now, you asshole. This is intense.
It's a nightmare.
This is like the three ghosts who go to visit.
Mm-hmm. No, it isn't.
It's exactly like that.
It isn't, because it's three people calling on the same timeline.
It might be a little more intense, actually.
Don't agree. I've not liked Mike Lindell for this whole I hate him now. Now I hate him. I hate him because of his book.
Because he was visited by Christ.
No, he wasn't. That's not even what this said.
The phone rings again at 8 a.m. and Mike answers.
Hello?
Quote, let me guess. You don't want to order a pillow? You want to pray? And the woman on the phone said, how did you know? How did he know?
Because he made it up.
Gareth, because the message of God was getting into him at this point.
No, he made it all up.
At 11 a.m., the phone he only used for internet access, which is attached to an answering machine at this point, rings. And there was a robotic woman's voice.
Hello,
Quote,
I love your pillows. I am here on behalf of God.
Mike, this is a message from God. Everything you've experienced in your life will give you strength to get through the next month. Holy fuck.
This guy is really disturbed.
Is intense. This is quite a night.
It's one thing to like have this happen, quote unquote, to you. It's another thing to be like, this is my book.
This is intense, right?
Like he really believes him. He fancies himself important.
Later that day, Mike got into a fight with his girlfriend, Rachel, and she called the cops, and they came to arrest him.
Be great if one of those phone calls, he's like, let me guess, you'd like to talk about my pillows and God? Like, no, it's just Frank Sherber. We're from the police department. We're about to break your door down unless you actually give yourself up. Oh, okay.
Well, Mike stole her car, and fled to Minneapolis.
Fucking hilarious that on the day when you get 4 phone calls about how God sent people to call you because of your pillow, you're also doing Grand Theft Auto.
Well, he had a reason. He just didn't steal the car. He had a purpose.
Oh, he's on a mission?
He was going to find his crack dealer. Quote, he might scare you if you ran into him alone on a dark street, but he really was the nicest guy.
So all these people are calling, telling him that he's the chosen pillow daddy. Mm-hmm. And that same day, he steals a car to go get crack.
Well, no, he wants to meet up with his crack dealer. He's a nice guy.
To get crack.
And to talk about stuff, probably.
Sure. Yep.
Emotional connection.
Can I walk you through some fall pillow options?
So, Gareth, Mike does crack without sleeping for 2 weeks straight.
Good.
And on the 14th day, 2 high up level dealers show up.
The apostles.
And one said, quote, Mike, you need to go to bed. We're cutting you off.
This is just not how drug dealing works.
This is what dealers do. This is exactly what they do. This is exactly what they do.
The mob doesn't hold an intervention for you, and drug dealers don't suggest and insist you quit drugs.
This is what life is like out there.
It's just terrible. It's just crazy.
He told Mike he would wait Mike out. He did let Mike finish his last little bit of coke. And then he sat with him. He's going to, make him get sober. But then the dealer fell asleep and Mike snuck out.
He probably had one of those lovely pillows.
But why
wouldn't he do that? In this bullshit, why wouldn't he bring a pillow with him and be like, I wish I got one crack at punching this book up. I'd be like, I took my pillow down there, and it was like, as he was like trying to wait it out, he fell asleep on the pillow, on like the single layer Dow comforting pillow.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. So Mike's out on the street looking to buy. He's begging. He's pleading. He's offering to pay double.
Is it possible for me to suck your dick for a crack? Didn't I buy a pillow off of you? Yeah, probably.
Gareth, no one will sell to him. Word is out.
Yeah.
Mike's on the no-fly list. He's not allowed to buy.
How it works.
This is what happens. This is how when the crack dealers decide they're going to help someone, they all fucking get together.
I'll tell you what, they're quite a community.
So he said his come down was the worst of his life. He was sleeping on the floor for 2 days. And then after 2 days...
This guy has a pillow empire, essentially. And he's just passing out on rugs.
He bolts up and he is like, oh my God, I'm supposed to turn in a signed contract to a wholesaler for my pillow, or it's going to ruin the company if I don't. And I have to do it today. So he rushes to his facility office, whatever it is. And unfortunately, there's a cop there waiting for him. And Mike's like, I just have to hand deliver this contract. And if I don't, quote, it's going to change the course of history. My pillow is a platform for something so important in the future, something to do with God. So the cop lets him because you can't get in the way of that.
It sounds like they were just doing a Windy City Heat on him. Like the way this plays out, like for him to go up to a cop and be like, you don't understand. I have to do this to save the future of betting. And the cop's like, all right.
So after this, Mike goes into a year-long spiral. He loses his girlfriend, his house, his friends.
No, Dave. He's only been on a spiral.
It just started. His friends, it's just starting. His brother, his son moves out.
This is what
pretty
I mean.
Much everything and everyone.
This story keeps having these moments where he's like, but then Mike went and made the delivery of the contract. And then Mike went to rock bottom. But what? Then Mike got chocolate-covered popcorn. And then Mike smoked a bunch of crack. But then the mob told Mike they weren't going to let him do any more gambling. Mike did more gambling and started to smoke a lot of crack. And then he punched his girlfriend.
Pretty much everyone and everything that he's ever loved. Just stop putting up with all this crackhead shit. And eventually, in the beginning of 2009, he lost the money to keep My Pillow going.
Good too.
2009. Okay. So he loses the money to keep My Pillow going, and everything just kind of grounds to a halt. So that to him is like his platform for God via pillows.
Well, he really abused it.
So that's what drives him to quit, finally.
Quit drugs. Finally.
Yeah. Yeah, he just quit. He no struggle, no traumatic episode. He just woke up in the morning and didn't want to do booze or crack, and that was it.
Okay.
He's such a bad writer.
He couldn't even come up with it. He couldn't just make that the one.
Because he made so many of them, and they were all so insane that now he needs a big one, and he's like, I got it.
Who published his book?
I bet it's self-published.
It has to be self-published.
Look it up.
What's it called?
Fuck, I can't remember.
All right, here, I got it. Hold on. You can keep reading.
So he moves into his sister's place, and he starts going to church.
Lindell Publishing.
There you go. Lindell Publishing.
And he's the narrator for the audiobook. Oh, that has to be fucking incredible. That has to be. And there I was, eating ass. Oh.
So he loves church. He's loving it.
Good. Good for him.
And then his personal life starts to take off. But the business is not going well. There's two investors, and they're trying to take the company away from Mike because he's been a crack addict.
Yeah.
And they wanted a company not run by a crack addict.
Right.
And Mike miraculously gets $30,000 to fight back. How?
From who?
I don't know.
Okay, there you
go. Don't worry about it.
Why not? Okay, great. Good. Thanks, buddy.
Some things aren't important. So the two parties were going to the same shows and competing with the same pillows. And the investors were going after him, low blows. Once, as Mike walked by, one guy worked the mic like a carnival barker, quote, "Hey, everyone, there's Mike Lindell on My Pillow. We've sold thousands and thousands of pillows, but Mike ruined his business because he's a meth addict." And Mike yelled, quote, "It was crack. Get it right."
Wow. Good comeback, Mike. Way to go. Smooth. It was actually a harsher drug.
They filed a false police report. They claimed Mike had come to their booth to harass and intimidate them. But luckily, Mike had a credit card timestamp at the exact time that they said he was at their table, saying he was at his table, so they lied. They told everyone Mike was a filthy addict, couldn't be trusted. That's true.
Yeah.
They're the good guys in this story.
Well, I mean, they're certainly not the bad. Mike, you certainly, they're not speaking out of class.
No.
They're allowed to say that.
Instead of fighting back, Mike leaned in and made his crack addiction part of the My Pillow brand.
That is a crazy thing to hear.
In a Christian redemption sort of way. And people ate it up, and he buried those two investors. Well, so they were like outing him for being a crack addict, which is totally fine. I mean, that's what he was. And then he's like, I'll just run with that.
Oh, you're right. I am a crack addict. Everyone's like, this is awesome.
The Dollop is brought to you by Hims.
Hims, Dave.
With Hims, you can access personalized prescription treatment options for ED, like hard mints or Sex RX plus climax control, if prescribed. Gareth,
tell them how it works, Dave.
Look, it's not great to have ED. Like, tons of guys go through it. It's a thing. It's part of life. But also, we live in a time now where you don't have to sit there with it and go boo and just stare at it. Like you can fix it. You can get yourself help.
Yeah.
This is one of those things that's super, super, super important in life. and you want to feel good about who you are and not be all bummed about something.
Yeah.
Easy to fix, easy to take care of, and there's no reason to sit on it. There isn't.
Hey, the other party might be sitting on it once you take some hymns. Hymns. The other party may be sitting on it.
You also shouldn't have to go out of your way to do it at some awkward office meeting. Hymns brings the expert care straight to you, 100% online access to personalized treatment plans that you put your goals first, take care of it. It's not one size fits all. You're not sitting in a waiting room. It's your health. Put your goals first. Real medical providers making sure you get what you need to get results. So we do recommend
discreet shipping. No town criers showing up with a package talking about how there's this is the great hardening or anything like that. This just shows up so you can just get it done.
Get it done. So
get it done.
To get simple online access to personalized, affordable care for ED, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/dollop. That's hims.com/dollop for your free online visit. That's hims.com/dollop. Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products include compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Yeah.
Gareth, we, the Dollop, are also brought to you by Square.
Dave. Square's, we love it.
We do love Square. We've been using Square. We've used Square for ages.
Yes.
It's super easy to get to pay for stuff, to sell stuff as just like a dude who wants to sell stuff. You want to sell shirts or whatever. You just tap it and pay and go, and it's awesome. It doesn't matter if you're selling lattes or cutting hair or detailing cars or running a design studio. Square helps you run your business without running yourself into the ground.
Yes.
You use Square when you're out on the road.
Many times Square is the option. Many times.
And like when we first started the Dollop, when Square came along, I was like, oh my God, this is what we needed.
Yeah.
Like it's
well, some people, it's just, look, it is. I'm one of those people too who is very still addicted to the I'll give you my card, you swipe it, we've done a transaction. Square allows you to just do that real easy, wham bam bam boom bam.
And right now our listeners can get up to $200 off Square hardware when you sign up at square.com/go/dollop. That's SQUARE.com/go/dollop. Visit Square to get started because the right tools make all the difference. Gareth, we are also brought to you by Momentous.
Yes, we are, David.
Creatine. Creatine is not just for building muscle. It's become like a daily essential thing to strength, focus, recovering, aging, cognitive performance. You use the creatine.
I do the chews. I've been using them for a while. I just did powder creatine for a while. I like the chews better. And yeah, I think I do them right before a workout. They give you energy for a workout. They help you in recovery. Just keep, I don't know. I do them every day, whether I'm working out or not. I do love creatine. And the chews are the best. So I'm a chew man.
Well, the chew sounds a lot easier than powder. Each chew delivers 1
nice
gram
too.
of
It's a little
Creapure.
It's a little food.
Okay, that's weird.
But I sometimes shave it over the pasta.
Okay, 1 gram of Creapure creatine monohydrate, which is the gold standard single sourced from Germany and NSF certified for sport. So that means it's independently tested for purity, safety, and label accuracy. Yes. It's used by Olympic athletes and pro sports teams and elite military operators.
Yeah,
we're elite military operators
without
if
question.
you think about it.
Without question.
So there's no artificial sweeteners. There's no fillers. It's science-backed. It's clinically proven to performance in portable, little tiny, craveable, chewy little format thing.
That's right. All those terms are medical.
Yes, they are for me.
Yeah.
So Gareth recommends it. I'm going to start doing it as I've been working out a lot. And
Caught you in the gym earlier, you little cutie pie.
Girl, you did. So
Why do you not do
what
bottoms?
Gareth does. What?
Why do you not wear bottoms?
Right now, Momentous is offering our listeners up to 35% off your first order with the promo code Dollop. Go to livemomentous.com and use promo code Dollop for up to 35% off your first order. That's livemomentous.com, promo code Dollop for up to 35% off your first order. I wear bottoms. Now, 2 events would change everything for Mike. First, a quote, skinny, long-haired cowboy, grizzled with years, told millions that MyPillow was one of the best inventions in history, on par with fire and the wheel.
That's fucking amazing.
That was Don Imus.
Oh my God. Oh Christ. Some old weird racist. Oh, let me tell you, this is actually one of those unbelievable pillows I ever put my head on. These are now granted I've said the N word on air a couple times, but those pillows remarkable. Okay, you're gonna fall asleep on this pillow. I gotta tell you, I love this guy's story. This guy, he's a meth head. Okay, so here's a big meth guy. He's smoking crack, and he somehow came up with one of the greatest things you can ever sleep on. Okay.
And then the other thing that really helped, the big event, he did an infomercial. MyPillow was one of the most successful infomercials in history.
Yeah.
And so sales just skyrocket, and the company goes from 20 employees to 500 in under a few months.
I hate this because it's like so simple. He got an infomercial.
Yeah.
And now he's like, let me tell you who should be president. I talked to God.
Mike was literally hiring guys off bar stools. He gave ex-con prisoners, lowlives, and deadbeats a second chance. He hired a hot blackjack dealer to be his executive assistant.
He's this is all because he's still doing all of it.
Yeah.
He's surrounding himself, he's surrounding himself with people who can just get him crack easy and will let him gamble.
Yeah. So he hires this hot blackjack dealer to be his executive assistant and then marries her within a month.
Okay.
I will try to find the email, but I'm pretty sure someone sent me an email this week that said that someone in their family worked at one of his companies, and it was a fucking nightmare because of all the people that worked there.
Oh, I can only imagine. Well, he actually has no real CEO experience. Not that you need to have that, but the only thing he's been running is from the cops.
Yeah. His sister, Cindy, meets a woman at a Christian conference.
I'm looking at his wife.
She just goes up to Cindy and said, quote, "Hi, I'm Kendra. I don't know why, but God wants us to keep in touch."
Oh, my God.
And that happens. That's just...
Look.
That's normal.
Crazy people hear God in that way.
Mm-hmm.
You're allowed to believe. You're allowed to pray. You're allowed to have all that. It's great. Good for you. Enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not allowed to be like, so God said I have to come over here and say hi. That's where it's like, what? What are you doing? You're on crack.
Well, you're not Cindy, buddy, because Cindy immediately knew this is the lady for Mike. Now, remember, Mike just married the blackjack dealer. Well, here's the funny thing about that, Gareth. It only lasted 20 days.
Now, who was this that he was married to?
A blackjack dealer.
What was her name?
Oh, we don't know.
Okay.
She said she wasn't in love with him, quote, "Also, you're boring."
Okay.
So,
just to push back, if there's one thing Mike Lindell is not, it's boring.
I don't know. I think he's all of the above.
He's crazy.
Yeah.
He's crazy, not
in
boring.
In a boring way.
No, I don't.
I think he's boring. I think that he is a combination of boring and crazy.
Yes.
Okay. So he needs money. MyPillow is bringing in millions, but Mike is ignoring the business in favor of his his hot wife, who he didn't have that for that long. So sales were lagging as costs skyrocketed. He couldn't cover payroll. So what are you going to do? He goes to a blackjack table to count cards. I mean, this is what you do.
Sure.
But he got the worst streak of luck he's ever had. If there were 20 small cards and one...
All this guy's life is a streak of luck. This is the story of a white man in America. I mean, this is a guy who keeps failing and keeps getting every opportunity, ends up running a pillow. He's a pillow magnate, and he still doesn't know what the fuck to do. So he goes to a blackjack table and he doesn't hit. And he's like, gosh, when am I going to catch a break?
So he'd get the face, if he had 20 small cards and one face card, he'd get the face card every time. It was just, he was counting cards, but it was failing. And even with thousands still to gamble, he went to a different casino in Iowa. And while driving, he hears a booming voice. Quote, "Go to church tomorrow. You are done with gambling. 4 days ago, you played your last card."
Smoking the pipe. Oh.
That's scary, right?
Yeah, it's super scary.
The next day in the sermon, he heard it again. Quote, "You are done with gambling. Don't worry about counting cards to cover your company's expenses." A little while later, he heard it again. Quote, "You will meet Kendra. She is the one. Through her, you will become closer to me."
Now, look, if Mike Lindell,
Hey, Gareth.
if Mike Lindell had brought us world peace by now,
He did.
this story would
Amazing.
like him, like God being like, "This is your wife," might make sense.
Yeah.
But he's just a crackpot.
Well, he heard that and he started crying. He started weeping. And the parishioners saw him and they started repeating hallelujah. And then they all placed their hands on him. And when he finally left, he said he felt genuine Christian love. It's a great story.
It's not really a story.
Then, I don't know what he's doing in Laguna Beach at this point, but then he
Smoking
inexplicably
crack and
just
counting
flies.
cards, probably.
He flies Kendra and his sister Cindy out, and they hit it off. But they took it slow, which was befitting of a woman of the Lord. And she was a woman of the Lord,
Fingers
Gareth.
only.
What? Only in the butt.
Only fingers in the God hole.
Let me explain to you how much of a woman of God she was. She was in the airport, and she pointed to a stranger and said, "I've got to pray with him." And then she told the man, quote, "The Lord's telling me I need to pray for you." And the man burst into tears. So think about that.
He probably worked for Boeing.
She knew MyPillow was in a deep hole. They owed $6 million in about 6 months, and she said Mike had to fire two of his closest high-level executives.
Shocking.
What? Shocking.
How
Shocking?
terribly he runs a business.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just fucking amazing.
He owes $6 million.
Yeah, and it's
That's
due
why
in
you
6
don't
months.
hire 500 employees right away.
You don't hire 500 crack addicts. Yeah.
No.
So Kendra's like, okay, you got to fire two of your closest high-level executives. And Mike's like, okay. And after a few days of confrontation, they resigned. And Mike dives back into taking care of the MyPillow business. Looks into every aspect he's been ignoring. And in July, he said, by the end of the year, we are going to have $8.2 million in the bank. Okay, now where do you start that? That's like where are you going to start? Well, Gareth, you start laying off hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Because you got to make money.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how you do it. It's called doging.
So they slash and burn, and they get the debt down to about $2 million. But it's November, and they pretty much need the money immediately. And Mike is in a deer hunting stand in Minnesota, and he's frantically updating the sales graph on his phone when he just sees this crazy, huge spike of sales. He's talking. Now, talking on the phone is against the rules of deer hunting. You're not supposed to, because you scare the deer away, so you're not supposed to be on your phone.
Yeah.
But he called his media guy anyway. And the media guy said 2 words. Explains everything. Fox News. The midterms had just happened. Republicans retook Congress. And the old Fox News audience was riled up. And they want to support a regular schlub guy who's like them with a product.
With a gambling addict. Marries women based on the booming voice behind him. Has been there 5 or 6 times.
A product that is proudly made in America.
Yeah.
And Gareth, that's my pillow.
Well.
So Mike takes the last of his company's money and buys Fox ads. And it pays off, dude. They rehired a lot of people they had fired and ended the year with a bank balance of, Gareth, I don't know if you can believe this.
8.2 million.
No, 8.19 million.
Shut up.
But that's basically 8.2.
It is.
Gareth.
Why
he
you
knew
say my
because
name
God
like
told
that?
him.
How did you just say my name, Gareth?
Who cares? He heard God. And God was like, 8.2 billion. He heard God. God talks in numbers.
It's the Fox News element is not helpful. That's the
I'm
God.
touched.
What? Yeah, you are touched.
Whoa. So next, Mike did what any rising conservative does. He made friends with Stephen Baldwin.
Okie dokie. Stephen Baldwin, by the way, for those of you who don't know, not doing great. Not doing great.
When was he ever?
It's pretty bad now.
Quote, he became like a brother.
Well, he's got enough of those.
Yeah, he does have a lot of those. They're all not. Well, actually, 2 of them are okay. Stephen went with Mike to the Federal Enforcement Homeland Security Program Awards Gala.
Great.
Do you want to hear that again?
Sure.
The Federal Enforcement Homeland Security Program Awards Gala.
Yep.
And he went with him because Mike was being honored.
And for anyone who's like, hey, America's cooked and is the stupidest place of all time, this was like 10 years ago.
Mike was honored with the Patriot Award for his foundation assisting ICE agents and other feds during their time of need.
Oh, my fucking God. Oh, my God.
During their time of need.
Their time of need. Off. The level of victimization we have been doing for ICE the whole time.
It's insane. It's insane.
Like when we're like, these poor bastards. These poor guys. They're just, that some people are trying to find out where they live and are attacking them and tackling them.
So he gives a speech. His speech is awful, but it started his sort of integration into the world of right-wing celebrities and political figures. Mike's not political. He's never been political up to this point. He's been too busy, smoking just an insane. Yeah, I mean, he's like a more crack guy. But now he's sober and he's religious. And so he falls right in with the right-wing movement. He asked questions mostly he would go on like right-wing radio programs and he'd ask questions of the hosts. And it turns out on every issue he was conservative. Just common sense, common sense thinking. There's no record of him talking to a liberal or a lefty, just kind of all worked out. In February of 2016, he was invited to the National Prayer Breakfast. Now, he really did not like Obama comparing the epidemic of Islamic jihad to the violent past of Christianity.
Yeah, that is
really,
fucked up. That is fucked up.
Super uncool. He saw it as, quote, taking Christians down a peg.
Yeah. Which you don't do.
No. And then afterwards, he was part of a select group who got to meet Ben Carson.
Oof, our greatest brain surgeon.
So that's exciting. Remember how Ben Carson had the story of how he stabbed a guy?
Yes, in the chest.
The guy was saved because of a belt or something. I don't remember why.
Yeah, yeah. There is a crazy story of him saving someone.
So that one moment of Ben Carson's life is so far the entirety of Mike Lindell's life.
That story of Ben Carson is the most normal story that's been in this episode.
Mike was so nervous that he couldn't talk to Ben. He was just like frozen up.
I mean,
So
who wouldn't get
Baldwin asked-
butterflies around Ben Carson? Guy's fucking awesome.
So Baldwin asked Mike what his presidential slogan would be.
Wasn't Ben Carson the head of HUD for a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that worked
there
out.
you go.
Yeah. So Baldwin asked Mike what his presidential slogan would be, and Mike said, quote, "Vote for me, and I'll put the R back in Washington."
Help? What? What? What does he mean?
Do you not get that?
No.
So in some parts of the country, and I don't think it's where he's from,
Oh,
but in
wash.
some parts of the country,
Warsh.
they say Washington instead of Washington. Like it's like an accenty thing.
Fucking. Okay. I hate it. I hate what he said.
After that, Stephen Baldwin got Mike invited to the 2016
I can't
Republican
believe we got to
National
put
Convention.
this fucking body at the floor of Stephen Baldwin.
And he got to sit next to the Trump family.
Oh, God.
Now, Mike has a religious vision that he would one day meet with Trump, and that was reinforced when he found out that Trump knew about him. So whenever a TV show that Trump was watching went to commercial, Trump would point at the TV and say, quote, "Watch, it's going to be that pillow guy."
Watch, it'll be that pillow guy again.
So Trump is just watching Fox News,
Yeah.
and he loves a shuckster.
Yeah.
And he's like, "This guy's great. He does what I do."
This guy's full of
So
shit.
that's all it is. The premonition was building towards truth. Mike prayed, "God, I don't know what's going on here, but please just show me." And just then he gets a text. Trump wants to meet. Mike weeps. It seemed like God had spoken directly to me in real time. I mean, this is incredible stuff.
We really... He should have been euthanized. He's like a rabid animal. He's done no good. He's a little too, he just needs to be institutionalized. I shouldn't say that. He needs to be in a room full of soft pillows where he could just kind
Are
of
you talking
bounce
about
around.
Trump or are you talking about Lindell?
I'm talking about Lindell. Trump should be.
Let me tell you something.
Trump should be exploded.
No, Trump should not be euthanized. Lindell is playing out exactly the way we want him to. It's beautiful. Let's just get to the end because it's great.
But Trump exploded?
No, the Trump thing's not great. But the Lindell story is fantastic.
Okay.
So in New Jersey, just days before the meeting, Mike is a nervous wreck.
What am I going to say to him? What am I going to do? He's checking his breath. He's got Banaka. Oh, God.
Chewing on a pillow.
Oh, God. Yeah, he's practicing the double dance, the double fist dance.
But things keep happening that calm him down, like when he was at lunch and two women came to his table and said, quote, "You have something very important coming up, and we want to pray with you that whatever it is, it goes well." What the fuck is this shit? Is this what Christians all tell each other happens? It's so fucking weird.
Well, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
So all these Christians who like him, like read that and they go, "That's what
Yes.
actually happened."
Yes.
Like it's just so insane.
Yes. Yes.
It's so easy to lie.
Yes.
Like, why don't we just become a Christian podcast? I mean, we kind of are.
Well, I mean, we're not, but no, it would be way better. If we wanted to, I mean, if we went right, oh my God, it'd be a great 5
we
years.
Make so much.
Be
we
a
make
great
so much
5
money.
years.
Yeah. So the meeting started with Trump looking at the big cross Mike wore around his neck and asking, quote, "Are you a Christian?"
Well, that's a classic Trump.
They discussed manufacturing and advertising and addiction, and Mike described Trump as down to earth and focused and practical. Now, the meeting ended when a man came in singing, "For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit mypillow.com." And Gareth, that man was Rudy Giuliani.
Oh, God. The man who shit his head.
So Mike goes home, and he is obviously
It's really amazing that it's just Fox News idiots.
Yeah.
Just like people who like a My Pillow slogan.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. So he's now a Trump convert. Like, he's full in on Trump. He's a Trump man, and everyone needs to know it now.
Good.
And he has the perfect platform, a pillow company.
Yeah, that is actually that's the perfect platform.
Now, the corporate attorney, the MyPillow attorney, warned him, quote, "It will cost MyPillow dearly."
Yeah, but
Mike said,
that's a sacrifice.
Yeah, it is. It's worth it.
Absolutely.
Mike said, "We didn't get this far by me not listening to God."
Well, to be fair, Mike, we got pretty far despite you smoking crack and marrying blackjack dealers all the time.
The next day, he sent out a press release about his support of Trump.
Wow, what a fucking weirdo. What a fucking idiot.
He makes pillows. Like, what's happening?
Yeah, like, that was the thing the whole time. You were like, I don't care. Shut up. Like, it just made me be like, all right, I won't use your pillows.
Oh, fuck. It's just so weird.
I love Trump, okay?
This led to multiple media. This led to multiple media outlets calling him racist and evil.
That sounds about right.
This was Mike's. What?
I mean, that's also like, it's just hilarious that right away everyone's like, "You are a racist piece of shit." He's like, "I make pillows." Yeah. Like, he just makes pillows.
This was Mike's, quote, "first glimpse of how unfair the press can be." He now had a choice: protect his business or go all in on Trump. And the first place his path directed him was Las Vegas to watch the presidential debate between Trump and Hillary. Now, he did not know he was going to get invited into the spin room, but he was. And a reporter asked him, "You always wear a cross. What do you think of the Access Hollywood video?" And Mike said, he responded, quote, "I was a crack cocaine addict."
It's one good way to take the heat off of a grab him by the pussy tape. Wow. That's
an answer to a different question.
That's such an amazing answer. What do you think about the grab him by the pussy tape? I smoked crack. Okay. Sure.
Alrighty then.
Okay. We'll be right back. Yeah. I don't know. Spin room's not. I don't know if he knows what the spin room is, everybody. Certainly. I mean, he's spinning out of control.
Mike soon got a call. This is when he's in Vegas. Trump is holding a surprise rally in Minnesota the next day, and he wants Mike to go there and speak. Hometown boy, right? It's supposed to take place at an airplane hangar. Now, the crowd was like miles, wrapped around for miles, like a huge crowd. And Mike's absolutely terrified. He's going to be addressing tens of thousands of people, plus millions are watching at home, and he has no idea how. And he just asked God for help. And then a woman approached him.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
"Mike, I'm Michelle Bachmann. You look like you need to pray." See?
Oh, fuck.
That helped him, Gareth. That helped him.
Michelle Bachmann has helped nobody. Michelle Bachmann her eyes haven't closed.
She did help. She did help George Bush become president.
Yeah, that was cool.
When he was out in the bright light speaking about how he used to be a crackhead, the audience went crazy. They loved it. He shed his fear of public speaking, and he went out to speak at universities and businesses and political rallies. And Gareth, Trump won.
Thank God.
Mike is at the party, and he's got it all now. He's got fame, he's got fortune, a relationship with a woman who wants to sleep in separate rooms, which everyone wants, and the divine love of Christ.
That's perfect. Well,
So
I mean,
he's-
with pillows that comfortable, you want to get 2 rooms out of them.
So he lives the next few years just like,
Coasting.
he's coasting. Everything's
Hi.
sweet.
Yeah,
He's the My
great.
Pillow guy.
Yeah, he was. He was. He became like an advisor.
Yeah, basically, he was all over the place.
Yeah,
but then,
which
Gareth,
makes sense. Yeah, it's tough.
Then the 2020 election comes. By
Which
2020, he is...
by all accounts, it just probably would have been better for Trump to win.
Yeah.
Just get it over with, and maybe it would have been a little... He wouldn't have had 4 years off to plot.
So Mike's
Maybe.
a devout Christian. By November 2020, that turns him into an evangelist, proselytizing the gospel of election fraud. That is his new religion.
Well, for those who
fraud.
don't know, Trump lost that election.
Oh, yes. So suddenly he is everywhere claiming the election had been stolen by Democrats. Chinese hackers had wormed their way into Dominion voting machines and stolen the presidency from God's chosen candidate, Donald Trump. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, and for those who don't remember or aren't familiar, he anytime he was pressed, he came off as very unprepared and quite stupid.
Yes. Mike did all he could to keep the Lord's president in office, and as far as he's concerned, everything's on the table. Just a few days before Trump left the White House, Mr. Pillow Man showed up to the West Wing with a stack of notes, and on the top page, it said, quote, martial law if necessary. So he gets it.
But he did. He got addicted to Trump. Trump became a
Yes.
drug, which happens with
Yes.
addictive personalities.
Yeah, right. So even though Trump does leave the White House, Mike doesn't stop. In February, he debuted a 2-hour documentary called Absolute Proof that he made in 5 days.
Wonder how he made that so fast.
He stayed up for 5 days straight to work on something when that's usually aided by a chemical substance.
Yep. Trump.
But nobody has any proof that he's using again. But boy, what an interesting thing to stay up 5 days straight to make a documentary.
I mean, you got to be on something to believe all of it.
Strangely, the documentary was so bad and full of lies, especially about Dominion voting machines, that both Vimeo and YouTube pulled it for spreading misinformation. Dominion threatened
to get the
sue
Vimeo yank.
Dominion threatened to sue, and Mike said, quote, then sue me.
Okay.
So Dominion, 2 weeks later, filed a $1.3 billion lawsuit against Mike and My Pillow for defamation. He asked for it.
$1.3 billion.
As
well as Fox News.
Yeah, they claim Mike, quote, continued to maliciously spread false claims that Dominion rigged the election despite repeated warnings. So the lawyers noted that Mike promised absolute proof but never delivered anything but fake documents. And then Mike tried to countersue, but a judge just was like, that's frivolous, and they charged Mike for all the lawyers' fees. Mike then put on a highly publicized 2-day cyber symposium. This is to get everything on the table, get all the evidence on the table.
Yeah.
And he laid it out. Now, this is a pillow. This guy makes pillows.
This guy made pillows. While on crack. Yep, that's who he is. That's what he did. So, yeah.
So he lays it all out for everyone to see, which you'd think it would have done in the documentary, but okay. So exactly how China and the Democrats stole the presidency using key election data as proof, he was so sure of himself that he announced a $5 million Prove Me Wrong challenge.
Oh, gosh.
And he was immediately proved wrong. And a computer scientist showed that Mike's election data was inauthentic, and Mike had to pay him $5 million.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I can't believe he paid. That's awesome. That guy must have been like, oh, I can't wait. And then, come on.
So Mike relentlessly bullied the state of Idaho into doing a full recount, even though Trump had won Idaho with 67.2% of the vote. But he still bullies them into doing, because he's like, then we'll see the machines are lying. But he won. Mike said all 44 Idaho counties have been hacked. Now, one problem with that is that 7 of them don't use voting machines.
Well, potentially that still makes sense. Smoke a little crack, that'll work out.
So they do the recount, and it determines that it's accurate. The initial count is within 0.1% of the. So he's wrong. And they charge Mike for the recount that they did.
So it feels like some bills are starting to pile up.
In 2022, Mike was sitting in a drive-through line at a Kansas Hardee's when FBI agents surrounded his car and seized his cell phone as part of the federal investigation into a potential breach of voting system technology. Now that's not going to do it, because he'll get pardoned if that like.
Oh yeah, now
yeah. Nothing will.
All of that, everything from then at this point is null and void, really.
Yeah.
Which is
Mike
cool.
said he had, quote, enough evidence to put everybody in prison for life. 300 some million people, which I don't know if you know how many Americans there are, but that's 90% of Americans.
It's pretty crazy.
So we're all kind of.
This crackhead's real good. Yeah. This crackhead really knows what the fuck he's doing.
Later that year, major retailers Kohl's and Bed Bath & Beyond dropped MyPillow from their stores, costing Mike roughly $100 million.
So I'm just trying to keep track of some math over here. It really feels like this business is going to be crashing out.
No, I think it's poised right where it should be.
Yeah, it's in a good spot.
Yeah. Okay. Mike started his own social media service called Frank Social.
Now, for those of you who aren't on Frank's, it's really good. There's a lot of really, it's very similar to the other ones, but it's kind of like a no BS platform.
Yeah.
Where you could kind of be you. Free speech reigns. It's Frank's. It's like a joke name that we would come up with on the show, but it really exists.
Well, it got changed. It's now called VOCL.
Buckle, yeah.
Mike spent $1 million a month building an app that pretty much just exists to give Mike a place to talk, because he's banned everywhere else because of spreading election lies.
Yep. Keep spending.
This is in addition to the Frank Speech Network, which is also known as Lindell TV.
Yeah, FSN has been really helpful for me to kind of get through this time, because this is kind of a lonely time. Like, you kind of feel like you're on an island a lot of time, and that's what all the Frank's platforms have just been great.
That's right. Gareth, guess how much he spent? Well, I'll just tell you. Now, fighting election fraud, $40 million.
Wow. What an idiot.
And that's outside of the lawsuits.
Yeah, well, he's on the hook. $1.3 billion.
Well, the lawsuits are starting to pile up. It's not just that. A Dominion executive and engineer sued him, as did another voting machine company, Smartmatic. So in 2024, Mike took VOCL public, and it immediately recorded a deficit of over $140 million.
I don't play the market that much, but is that good?
No, it's not that good, actually. By the dip.
Holy fuck. This is your hero.
But they had a plan. They had a plan to make up for all the lost revenue. Sure. They hired Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah, and again, when your Hail Mary is Rudy, you're in a good zone.
In June of 2025,
God,
Mike was dealt a major.
It's such a clown car of fucking morons.
It's fucking amazing. It's amazing this guy ever made money. Like, this is just a guy who should be living
Yeah, he should just
in
have
a
shut
trailer
up and
selling crack.
But if he had just shut up, he would just be living in pillow paradise.
Yes. If he had shut the fuck up, he would be living great.
But this era with like him and Rudy and what the hell was her name? That woman who they all just so cocky, being like the election was stolen, all this shit.
Kellyanne Conway?
No,
it's hard to know. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I can't remember her name, but she gets sued too. She was a big Dominion, like this is.
Oh
what's
yeah,
going
that
on.
woman.
Yeah,
yeah, she got hammered. Like, yeah, she's fucked. So in June 2025, he was dealt a major blow. A jury found him guilty of defamation against former Dominion executive Eric Coomer, and he had to pay $2.3 million out of his personal funds. So that's not a good sign with the coming $1.3 billion lawsuit coming.
It's like a bellwether.
Mike currently has a crowdfunding campaign to pay for lawyers and fees to appeal the judgment, claiming he won't be able to afford it without the help of his followers. So far, he has raised $37,000 of the needed $400,000.
Well, we'll put the GoFundMe in this episode description just because we really let's help get Mike over there. I mean, we've had some fun and we like to laugh, but the guy needs our help and his heart is in the right place. He's a friend of the show.
Yeah. Yep. But look, if you can't afford to give, also the website has a handy function where it lets you send him a prayer. So that's cool.
Yeah.
All in all, since he began his crusade to prove the absolutely false notion of election fraud, Mike and MyPillow have lost around $200 million and counting. And this doesn't even count the hundreds of millions that are going to come from the Dominion thing. Mike himself has claimed that he's in ruins, living on $1,000 a week, and he had to borrow money to keep...
Excuse me.
It's not that bad.
I
could live on $1,000 a week.
Yeah.
I've done a lot worse, Mike.
Yeah.
And he had to borrow money to keep operations afloat, which is something he's used to, if that's true.
He should have called it a fluff.
He is a walking example of self-destruction that a lot of addicts have in America. Every time he gets back on his feet, he cuts his own legs out from under him. He was once an inspirational Christian success story, but his crazy behavior and ramblings has, knocked that down. It would be sad if he wasn't such a piece of shit. But anyway, on October 22nd, the Pentagon announced, this is 3 days ago.
Yeah.
On October 22nd, the Pentagon announced 60 new journalist outlets would be allowed into the building to cover the U.S. military.
Franks.
Nearly all legacy media had rejected their new press policies, so these 60 new will take place of the old media. The new ones include Gateway Pundit, podcaster Tim Pool, Frontlines by Turning Point USA, and Lindell TV, created by Mike Lindell.
Oh my God.
Mike, quote, Lindell TV is proud to be part of a new generation of news organizations reshaping how real information reaches the public.
Yeah, real information, for sure. Well, not to pile on the good news, but Dominion... Dominion, I believe, is owned by a right-wing lunatic. So
I think it is, yeah.
So even when it comes to the...
But is it completely owned by him, or is it... No, is that Dominion? I thought they bought something else. I don't think they bought Dominion.
They bought everything.
I think he bought another company.
I think it's Dominion, bro. Either way, this is what sucks about that last election. I mean, it's like... There's many things that suck, but it's that these people all get the U-turn. Like they get the...
Oh, you're right. You're right. It was bought by... this is October 9th. He purchased and rebranded Dominion voting system. The new company is called Liberty Vote.
Yeah, so now that's going to be the election counting. Like we are...
But why would any... So I'm just... I'm a liberal governor. I'm a liberal state house. I'm a liberal whatever.
I'm a liberal. Pull that quote.
Why would you just immediately get rid of all Dominion machines.
Well, let me ask you this, Dave. Do you think they're going to do that?
No.
Yeah, of course not. They're not, because they are their whole model is to be the flat-footed oopsie how'd it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. But regardless, the teeing up of this election to not be real, they've got it 8 different ways. I mean,
yeah.
If it's not the gerrymandering, it's they'll force the recounts, and they've put all these people in power, and they might not even need to do that because the voting machines are going to be, they are now that if this were to happen in 2026 or 2028 especially, they will validate any conspiracy theory that is needed if it even gets to that.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
True. Yeah, it is cool.
Right after Steve Bannon says Trump is definitely going to be president in 2028. So
he did say that. I did send you that video.
Yeah.
Written by Josh Androwski. Source material, a lot of it's from Mike's own autobiography, so that's why it all sounds crazy and completely false. The book is called What Are the Odds? From Crack Addict to CEO by Mike Lindell. Also The Guardian, Business Insider, and ABC News.
Well, shout out to Mike Lindell.
Shout out to Mike Lindell. You are
a real fucking idiot.
What a fucking idiot. And
shout out to Mike Lindell. You are a big, stupid idiot, but hey, you figured out a stupid way to make a pillow that old boomers who are probably a little racist loved.
It just shows how fucked up. It's just so fucked up America is, and how we've never solved any of our sort of issues that we've talked about on this podcast, over 300 years or whatever. The fact that just the dumbest
doesn't feel like we've been doing
it
for that
so
long.
Much fucking money. But you know what I mean? All the episodes we've talked about, like these fucking idiots making money, and it's like, the system is just a disaster.
Is there if you were a white crackhead with this level of a redemption story, would no part of you be putting any sort of philanthropy towards helping people deal with drug addiction? Instead, he just becomes a fucking Trump moron and just loses himself in that, and then woes me's when his pillow company goes under because he believes that aliens hacked the election.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I just like to say, like, I have said, like, on Twitter or whatever in the past, like, this guy is clearly still just a fucking drug addict. And people who are on the left have been like, hey, man, he really pulled himself out of his boots, blah, 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 blah. Motherfucker, read the book, read anything. This dude has never stopped doing drugs. This dude has never, every single thing about him says, I am still high on fucking drugs.
As well as we really should not be, look, these fascist psychos, they don't concede mini victories or give tiny compliments, or they don't give an inch. Why would you, to this guy, reward or celebrate him in any way? Just because he's a folksy dangerous does not mean he's not a dangerous. We really need to start getting our heads out of our fucking asses, because this way that we've been playing it for the past 40, 50 years is not working. That's what got us here. So continuing to just sort of be like, hey, come on, we aim high, let's that doesn't work. It fully is time to just try to get Jon Stewart to run for president and hold on to your butt cheeks, because we have no hope other than attack these people as soon as humanly possible and do it by any means necessary when it comes to rhetorical abuse in their direction. All we really have as people with microphones is the ability to make fun of them. And that's why when we call Stephen Miller a ghoul, or say that he's Screech Powers, mixed with Nosferatu or whatever, like that is all we have. And so you should not be championing Mike Lindell's comeback story, because his comeback story is a story of a man who never came down.
Seriously. So this is going up in a couple days. So that means that we still have a couple days left of shows left. So on
You'll be
the
in Minnesota.
28th,
We'll be in
we'll be in
Lindell's hometown.
Yeah, we'll be in Minneapolis. On the 29th, we'll be in Kansas City. And on the 30th, we'll be in Denver. I think Denver's sold out, though. But
Denver is sold out, but the rest of them...
Yeah. The other two you can get tickets to.
Yeah, you can get tickets. So get some tickets.